Hey guys, and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Daniel M. This week we bring you the final round of our casual tournament. We have got on the left Adam East playing Stark Fealty, against on the right Matt Hoppez playing Greyjoy, Lords of the Crossing. So this was our casual tournament. I'd done up a bunch of alt art Sirios, and we had some Cersei's, some Marjorie Tyrells, and maybe Stannis Baratheons as additional prize support alongside a Spring Going Night kit. So we've got Adam, who's been with us for quite a while. Saw him on stream at Blackwater Bay against Matt, a new player who originally joined our play group to play Netrunner, coming from a Magic background, but with the meteoric rise of Game of Thrones within our community, has really jumped on the bandwagon and is a good player. Picks up games very quickly. So looking at that start, I've got a Bran, Tumblestone Knight and a Caitlyn with a Heartstree Grove. Really nice. Caitlyn hopefully going to be able to shut down some of those triggers if Matt isn't really careful what order he does things in. And Matt getting that Asher, as we said, with a Reducer and a Raiding Longship. So first plot, Matt opening Heads on Spikes, which he really likes to do with this. I don't personally like it first turn, because all it does really is give you power for your opponent to steal on the first turn. However, Matt has said he really likes the rush potential of it, getting you that power quickly. And hitting Robb Stark, so that's really painful for the Stark player. Hopefully he's got some other tricks in his hands to be able to do. Obviously playing out that Fealty, so not a huge amount of economy, only going to be 5 gold with the Reducer, and Adam just double checking the Raiding Longship. I think that's the thing now about Greyjoy, is they've been out of the competitive meta for long enough that some of those tricks you just have to reread. Make sure you remember, it's okay, so if they've got attachments you can't do it, and it's only on attack or defense. Understandably reading that. Duping up Asher, despite her being knelt out, and getting out Theon. So already got a significant 2 of his stealth characters out, which is exactly what Greyjoy do. It's kind of they bide their time until they can get that stealth out, and then they can really push. Getting that stealth out early really enables them to apply pressure early. Duping up Bran, which I suppose allows Adam to have him claimed and discard the dupe and then still be able to use him. However, it does mean he's only get the 1 use out of the 2 copies he's got, rather than being able to use him to cancel an event and then using him again to cancel another one. Using his Fealty reduction and then reducing location, paying 1 gold to play out. I think that's an ice onto a Tumblestone Knight. So because Matt has done his marshalling, this does mean that he's not going to be able to defend it, because he's only got Theon who's going to defend, and the Tumblestone Knight is 4 strength to Theon's 3. Luckily Matt does have a dupe on Asher, which means Asher's not going to die, probably save her. Matt very nicely doing it in the right order, doing the Theon reaction first, getting that power. Adam probably sitting there kind of going, yep, that's fine, let Theon accrue plenty of power, and then I'll steal him. Because that's why Theon is so dangerous in the current meta, especially when you're playing against Stark, that he can just get warded. I'm not entirely sure what attachment is on Caitlyn there. Didn't quite see it when it went on her. Hopefully we'll see, maybe it's a bodyguard? Matt doing the military challenge, using ice. Yeah, just to get rid of the dupe on Asher. I suppose if he does know that he's got a couple of wards in his deck, that's probably the right choice, because he might be able to. Ooh, might be able to steal him, but no. Adam just realised he has a Winter is coming in his hand, which means Matt is going to have to kill off Theon anyway. He's going to kill off his Chud, and it has to be Theon. Just double checking he doesn't have a Risen from Sea in hand, so no, he plays him. Oh, claiming Asher. And leaving Theon. I know the temptation is obviously because Theon has got the power on him to keep him, but I think he's too much of a liability in this matchup to hold on to him. You absolutely want Asher to stick around because you can get multiple uses out her and use her stealth. I'm not sure about that call. But that classic, really impactful, dangerous Stark first turn. Of really applying the pressure, applying that really aggressively military, and then probably going to shift into a rush power grab if he can get out his renowned characters before Matt can recover. Adam doing calm against noble cause, so Adam probably likely thinking to try and get Balon out. Moving into the draw phrase. Yeah, and yes, it is a bodyguard underneath Caitlyn. So Matt just reading Caitlyn, realising that she does shut down, so for example, Theon's trigger from if she was in the challenge, but obviously he wouldn't get the trigger but she would shut down, say, the raiding longship. So if she defended, he wouldn't be able to use the raiding longship to take her out of the challenge. So shutting down a lot of those Greyjoy tricks that he wants to be able to use. Getting out the Balon and duping him up. Hopefully he can get some Chud out as well. No. Okay, so no Chud, but he can get an Iron Mines out. He really needed that in the last round. Might have saved Asher's life. And passing it over. So if Matt doesn't see some Chud in the next round, he might be slightly done for. And Adam playing the ward that I predicted. So he's getting that power. So I think the game is very nearly over. Going to be able to save Balon with the Iron Mines, but if I remember correctly, I don't think Adam plays much to the wall, which I think is a big mistake in Stark decks. If you're playing Ward, you should be playing March, because next turn you can just march the character you warded. And especially in a situation like this, where they've got just Balon, you put yourself in an excellent position. And Matt getting Winterfell, so further shutting down any of Matt's tricks. So Stark doing what they do best, having that mixture of trigger denial, but also aggro and a bit of rush with the kind of renown. Just got all the answers for a lot of different matchups. Oh no, sorry, it's not Winterfell, it's Gates of Winterfell, so that's the draw location. Sorry, I don't play Stark, so I don't actually really know what the cards look like that well, unfortunately. Sorry guys. I just think they're boring. I mean, they're positioned brilliantly in the current meta. They've just got so many answers to so many different things that they're absolutely probably, I'd say, the strongest house. I think they're stronger than Lannister. Yes, Lannister have a lot of good cards, but Stark have all the answers to Lannister's good cards. So I think they cope better with Martell, with Jory and Core Caitlyn. So Matt just going to keep going, applying military pressure with Balon. Matt just going to claim the bodyguard off Caitlyn. I think that's alright. The only reason really to keep the bodyguard on a character is to stop the raiding longship, but the raiding longship's not going to do anything against Caitlyn because she prevents the trigger anyway, so that's fine. And it's time for Adam to swing back. Going to do military with Theon, stealthing Balon. Oh no, doing a military with Tumblestone. Doing the power challenge, getting it unopposed and claim. Balon obviously being saved with the Iron Mines, and doing an entry challenge with Kaelin to just empty out his hand. Getting rid of what looks like a drowned man. So I think at this point, if Adam had a match to the wall in his deck, he would win the game. Unfortunately, as I said, I don't think Adam plays it, which, as I say, I do think when you're playing Ward is probably a mistake. It just allows you to apply so much pressure, gives you the initiative. Yeah, not really too many good things, not enough good things that can be said about that. Matt playing Wildfire. I think in this situation you should really, I suppose killing off the Tumblestone Knight's fine, leaves you that stealth, and Adam playing Building Orders. I think maybe looking for another ice. But taking a milk, I think. So going to be able to nullify Balon here. So unfortunately, with Adam sitting on Knight 10 power, I think this game might be nearly over. I know Matt plays weapons at the door, which could save him. I don't know if that Wildfire was impactful enough, just killing off one of Adam's characters. This is where Greyjoy would love to see Valor. If he'd been able to Valor here, he would have wiped Adam's board. He would have been left with Balon being absolutely fine. He wouldn't have had any claim, but he's got 1 gold. He could play out a Sea Stone Chair to kill anything that Adam plays this turn. He would have been in a good situation. And I think that's one of the reasons they're bringing it out on in the 4th chapter pack of the next cycle. I think it just enables them to a faction like Greyjoy, who have been kind of on the back burner, really struggling in the competitive meta, to really push to the fore. Really enables a comeback, which there isn't a plot at the minute, which would have helped Adam as much, Matt as much. Sorry. Coming to Adam's marshalling, getting another reducer, paying a gold to milk Balon, as we knew he would, using both reducers to play out Arya, getting a dupe on her, getting some more stealth, which is again going to really kind of hamper Matt's rush. I think at the point he's just run out of steam against this kind of aggressive Stark deck, but we'll have to see what happens. I think Matt must have chosen to go second. Let's see if he can get out some chud here, some things to kind of help him bide some time. Oh no, didn't mention him. But he's nightmaring Arya, so that her text box is blank, which means she doesn't have a military icon, doesn't have stealth, and he's going to do a military challenge. Going to defend with Theon, but it's still unopposed. Oh no, milk, sorry, yes. So defending with Theon, defended, just claiming the dupe of Caitlyn. And Adam going to get an unopposed power challenge, doing an unopposed intrigue. Getting rid of the dead Asher. Adam wins Dom. And he is, oh god, his messy power pool is hurting my soul. But Adam on 7, 10, 13 power, 14 power, so he needs to, if he'd done the military, couldn't have done the military challenge because he defended with Theon. Just seeing my hand there, just seeing if there's any options that he's got to finish this game. And playing the weapons at the door. So Adam is going to lose the bodyguard off Caitlyn, he's going to lose the ward, and the milk's going to go back to hand. So that really helps Matt in this situation. Obviously it's only going to work for one turn, then Adam will have to replay all those attachments, but I think for that one turn it maybe helps Matt out. Maybe use Theon's military claim. Going to use the sea tower to boost Balon's strength. Oh no, sorry, marshalling. He's marshalling a Drowned God, marshalling a Wildling Scout, so yes, he's now finally getting out that Chud that's going to help him. And what is Adam going to do about it? Going to use his Fealty, both his reducers, pay 1 for Winterfell this time. Okay. So that's really shut down potentially quite a lot of Matt's tricks, sorry. And putting the Sansa into play. So I think no matter what, this game is probably over this round, because just Sansa standing up is going to get Adam the power that he needs to win. And he's going to get Nosha as well. So Adam now in a really commanding position, got the board now to close out the game, I think. So all the attachments go back to hand. Balon is going to be able to get probably going to get his unopposed this turn. Theon goes back to Matt, so Adam now needs 2 power to win. That has harmed Adam's board quite significantly. He's not got any of those big characters. He's got the Fast Eddie and the Blackfish that you normally see. But he's been able to carry on that pressure from that first turn so effectively that Matt has really struggled to answer it. Doing a military, stealthing Osha, which means he's going to get it unopposed, unless Arya defends. If Arya defends, he uses the raiding longship. So I think if he'd been able to control Adam's rush a little bit more the last 2 rounds, he maybe would have been in a position now to bring the game back around. Defended with Arya, who's strength 3. Should have still won that. Oh no. Lord of the Crossing reduced his strength to 2. Could have removed her from the challenge using the raiding longship, but maybe on the back foot a little bit, maybe a bit unsure about what to do. Going to start being a bit more aggressive, doing that intrigue challenge. I think what he really needed to do was maybe force through a power challenge and leave it at that. Bring Adam slightly further away from winning. I think by overcommitting at this point, he's setting up Adam to get the challenges through that he needs to win. It's obviously sticking to the kind of core strategy of the deck, but unfortunately it's a slightly self-defeating way of going about it. Going to do a power challenge for 4. Actually, because of the way that Adam has defended, actually not put himself in a bad position. Adam can't win a power challenge with Bran against Adam's Balon. He can get an unopposed intrigue with Osha. I could maybe try and kneel out Balon with Osha to do military, then do an intrigue and do a power with Bran, which would win him the game. So actually, yeah, Adam has got this game here. We'll just see how he chooses to play it out. Doing the military with Osha. Opposing it with Balon. Now does he remove her from the challenge? Yep, removes her from the challenge. Balon is going to win and get the renown, but Adam doesn't care because he's going to get the unopposed intrigue. And power challenge. So that's the game. I think that was a valiant effort from Matt, but there was just not enough he could do about Adam's aggressive start there. Not enough answers on his side. I think if he'd pulled Arisen from the Sea and had it in hand for that early turn, that would have swung the game slightly differently. So guys, that's another game over. Next videos you will see will probably be from our tournament, which is coming up tomorrow. A lot of nice swag for that, which I've shared in all the Facebook groups. So hopefully you've seen those house cards, which you get just for participating. I just want to take a little moment to big up the UKTC, UK Team Championship. It's a tournament where we've got up to 32 teams, 3 players in each team, so up to 96 players. A lot of swag we're going to be giving out. Based in Milton Keynes on the 8th and 9th of October. There will obviously also be tournaments for Netrunner, Conquest, and on the Sunday will be an X-Wing tournament run by us at Guardians of Tyr. So if you have got a few friends who you think could form a team, tickets are now on sale, so come and join us. So anyway guys, comment below if you've got anything you think the players could have done differently in that video, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.